When you see those movies about a family moving into a house and it being haunted and, well, the family, getting attacked and people acting weird, that's exactly what happened at the Sallie House. It is a blueprint for a horror movie. And, well, the thing is it actually happened and it's true. There's a terrible backstory. We're going to tell you all about the Sallie House and why the hell it's so damn terrifying on today's episode of Crossing the Medium. Sallie House.
Sallie House, located at 508 North 2nd Street in Atchison, Kansas. Probably the most haunted house, or one of the most haunted houses in regards to all paranormal stories.
Yeah, this one's pretty damn bad, dude. It has a horrible history. It has a recent haunting that absolutely shook a family and, well, kind of tore it apart on multiple ways. And the Sallie House, I'm just getting right into it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory and what goes on with it. So this is what the Sallie House looks like. If you curious, here,
Cute little house.
Not cute, no, not at all. And so the Sallie House here, it's from the 1900s, old as hell, looks busted. And anyways, the Sallie House, there was a Dr. Finley. Back in the day. So the small town, or at the time was really small, didn't have a hospital. So Dr. Finley would do emergency surgeries in his house, in his home. And Sallie, this is where the name Sallie House comes from. Sallie got sick. She had a upset stomach. She was like 6 years old.
6 years old.
She went to the family doctor. Excruciating stomach pain.
Right.
Goes there. Doctor's like, hey, you got appendicitis. Your appendix is about to rupture. We have to do emergency surgery right now. Remember, this is in the 1900s, first of all. So
emergency surgery wasn't as easy as it is.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Well, it's you're doing major surgery. And there's none of the cleanliness, the hygiene. Right. You're doing it in someone's house.
Right.
So you just saw the house. Obviously, it's just like a regular, 3-bedroom home. So, yeah. Anyways, little girl, operating table, getting her appendix removed, gave her no anesthesia.
Yeah.
And so a little girl, no anesthesia, screaming nonstop. Screaming and saying that the doctor was torturing her.
Right.
Because he's like doing an emergency surgery, cutting her open and doesn't have anesthesia.
No medicine. I mean, you're cutting her stomach open. Imagine what that would feel like, bro.
Yeah. And so I don't want to say no surprise here, but, she didn't make it, right? And so there's reports of her lung collapsing, but a lot of it just more than likely she just went into shock.
Right.
And
the pain just took over and that was it.
And so she died right there. So that's where the name comes from. Do you got any, you want to share any other backstory here before we go into the hauntings?
Now, Dr. Finley, this was the only surgeon or acting doctor of the town. There was no sort of clinic for people to go in and have surgeries. So he was operating probably pretty regularly on people, and some of them might have went good, some of them might have went south. So there's multiple people that have died in this house and attached their spirits into this house, and he ended up dying as well from pneumonia.
Yeah. And perhaps it was also a haunting of multiple spirits, perhaps. And maybe it wasn't just simply Sallie.
Right.
I know it's called Sallie House. That's the likely one. There has been scratch marks that have been presented on both artifacts in the home and also on people's skin.
Yeah.
And some of them have the initials of M's. I think it's MF or I'm trying to find it. Yeah, MC for Michael Corman Finley is his name. So the initials MC has popped up frequently.
So he's probably sitting and residing with that house.
And maybe he was just maybe he was one of those doctors that had ill will, maybe he was drinking and doing surgery, or maybe he was not good at what he did, or maybe he was purposefully
Doing
trying to harm
unethical
people.
stuff.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
And so maybe the haunting comes from that.
There's definitely some sort of dark history with
Yeah.
it. And I mean, the little girl passing away from open stomach surgery, that's probably the most traumatic thing that happened, which, you know, gave it the name for the house. And even after all of that happened, and there's been multiple families that have moved into the house.
Yeah, the common reports include, and I got it written down here, we got objects moving on their own, rearranging, doors slamming, unexpected fire starting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
That's the big one.
But then you have candles just spontaneously lighting, lamps turning on, physical assaults. But the most famous, or at least what gave this house notoriety, was a family that moved in. You want to start this one off?
Oh, yeah. So the Pickman family, they moved in 1992. It was Debra and Tony Pickman. They were newlyweds, and they had no idea of the history of the Sallie House, and they were just looking for a home to settle down, start their family with it, whatever. And not shortly after they moved in is when strange phenomena started happening in the house, where Tony Pickman being the main target of the spirit, and he would end up having 3 large scratch marks down his back pretty regularly, and he would get his hair pulled, and all of his items would catch on fire.
The horror stories from Mr. Pickman is absolutely grotesque. So I know you mentioned some of the scratching ones.
Mm-hmm.
So dude literally went crazy. This is what happened. Hear this one out. He went to bed. He knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he doesn't remember any of this. But he woke up in the middle of the night, got a knife, and killed a stray cat outside.
A stray cat.
Killed a stray cat. He woke up, or his family woke up. He had stabbed a cat and like left it on the doorstep of his house.
Oh.
And the knife was inside, and he was all bloodied up. And he has no idea how the hell that happened. And so, when we started this show, I said like, hey, there's examples of horror movies, and this one just fits the blueprint. They moved in with a dog, so it was Tony and Debra Pickman, their new son as well.
Yeah,
and then they also brought a dog. So the dog would stand outside of the nursery,
right,
and would just it wouldn't enter in, and it would stand at the door and bark
and growl.
Yeah, bark, growl. And then there was, and here's a photo here, and I don't know if this one was staged, but this is what they expected. The dolls and the stuffed animals in the home repeatedly formed circles.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they would put them on the chairs or put them on the shelves and things like that. They would all knock over. They'd be in different places, and they would come in the room, and they would form circles like this. And this was something very common. I think Debra took a picture of this one day. She walked in the room. This is what she saw. Maybe it's staged. I don't think it is.
Look how the dolls are all sitting up, though. I mean, some of those are pretty top heavy. They would just fall over, wouldn't they?
Yeah, dude.
They're just sitting up like in an upright position.
Yeah.
There's nothing like balancing their backs up against like the air like that.
So there's that. And then also there's even other accounts as well. And so you have, let's see here. You had the stray cat, the initials. There was fires started mysterious. I know we talked about that as well. And then the toys, that's what I had written down. Is very interesting. I had never heard of this one before. But the toys themselves had static electricity. So when they went up to put the toys back, they would always get shocked. Now I know in that photo you saw there was carpet in there, but still, like, they said that they were always electrically charged, always, and there was always static between them, and so there was that. There was a host of illnesses as well. And anyways, the family didn't stay there long.
Right.
They moved out. Other people rented the house. Same things were happening. And so it was just like that blueprint movie that you see where the happy couple moves in, the newlyweds, they got a little kid and a dog, and then the husband is out here freaking stabbing cats up.
Yeah, and there's apparitions of little girls, and oh man, it's just it's your classic horror film movie where the dad gets possessed by some sort of spirit in the house, takes over.
There was some other residents that were there. One other person fell down the stairs. They swear they were pushed. Mm-hmm. Also, someone was going down. I think this one was back to the Pinkmans, but I think Tony was going down the stairs, and then he lost his balance because the railing fell.
What? The railing collapsed?
Yeah, you got the handrail and you're going down, the whole railing just fell off.
Dude, Tony was savagely
attacked
the whole
I
time.
would definitely move out of that damn place. Hell no.
I mean, once I first started seeing the things happen, they stayed way too long. I mean, it started physically harming him and his family. I wouldn't have let it get to that point. You know?
Yeah, they did. The house they attempted to cleanse the house with a medium. Medium literally said it was a failed attempt. Mm-hmm. She was like, I tried my best. Sorry. So I'm just curious. If you had a chance to go visit that, if you had a chance to move into the house, let's just say the lease ran up at your place. I'm curious. Would you move in to save a couple bucks on rent, stay rent free at this place, or hell no, I ain't staying in no haunted ass house. No, not the Sallie House.
I wouldn't do it for free. You would probably have to pay me.
I mean, I would do it for content. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, give me a camera and a sleeping bag. Goodness. I'll probably do 48 hours. And then, I'll just smack myself with some sage, throw some salt over the shoulder, and then,
You're crazy.
Holy water bath afterwards. But I mean, I do like to push the bounds of paranormal activity for my own self, but I'm curious to see where you guys would land. Would you stay at the Sallie House or would you move in there? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Also, please do us a favor. We are a new channel. We're trying to grow. Do us a favor. Like the video, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. We'll share the comments on the show as well. Probably do like a community-driven show one day where we just kind of go through all the comments, talk about horror stories, things like that. So
that's fun.
With that said, we'll see you next time. Keep the lights on. Peace.